All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, call halal, watha, parath to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there pushing this work in truth and sincerity. So, I'm basically going to get off into, basically, you can see the topic right up on the screen, concerning basically a video that this Egyptologist, Shakka Ahmose, had put out recently about homo gender relations in the Bible. So I'm gonna play this little clip for you.
Who was the last Hebrew Israelite you greeted with a kiss?
Um, Give me 1 second.
Oh,
I was in
is that many? Y'all kissing that many?
I was in Philly. 1 second, I'm gonna answer your question.
So
We buried a brother.
So y'all do
We
be
buried
kissing
a
each other.
brother this past Thursday. So
All right.
Thursday.
So y'all do be kissing each other then.
But see,
So hold on. So y'all be kissing each other.
Shaka,
I'm asking.
Shaka crazy.
Nah, y'all been talking all this hold on. So my question is this, because y'all talk so much shit. Right? All this homo shit you'll talk. So now, what I'm finding out is that it's a ritual and a biblical custom for you Hebrew Israelites, males, to kiss one another when greeting each other, yes?
Alright, let's get back into it, man. Let's go. Wait a minute. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm going to take away.
As you can see with this bullshit here, I mean, really, this clown really don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But really, just for edification purposes, I'm really gonna go into this subject. So, first scripture I'm gonna start off with. This is Titus 1:15. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. So pretty much, Shakka Ahmose is, he can be classified as an unbeliever. He doesn't believe in the truth. Him as well as Polite and, Sonetter, they come against the Hebrew Israelites, pushing this truth. And pretty much it's been brought out several documents. Akim even did lessons on it. The elders even did lessons on it about Egyptology, as far as the whole Kemetic thing going on or whatnot. That it's pretty much widely accepts homosexual and deviant practices. So this clown here basically wants to make the statement that the situation between David and Jonathan was of some type of vile homosexual lust, but the Greek custom, not the Greek, but Egyptian customs that he follows promotes and widely accepts homosexuality and deviant practices. So really, he could just shut the fuck up altogether. He really has no right to even be speaking against the Bible or, anything like that, Alright, so first thing I'm going to start with, as far as, in biblical times, this is ancientroadpublications.com. I just pulled this article up just to, kind of do some research just to get on this dude. Now, let's see. Part 3, Kissing and Biblical Culture. It is clear that in ancient times, a kiss of greeting and affection was a common thing. Family affection, friendship and royalty. Now, basically going back in ancient time, basically it's saying that, it was a common thing to greet with a kiss and there wasn't anything homo, basically going concerning that. So, yes, we'll go into, we'll start with this. This is 1 Samuel 18:1. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Now, let's take a look at that word knit real quick. It says to bind, tie, bind together, league together, to conspire. Now, now let's look at that word conspire real quick. To agree together, especially secretly, to do something wrong, evil, or illegal, or to act or work together toward the same result or goal. What was Jonathan and David conspiring about? They were conspiring against Saul, who was Jonathan's father, who was the king of Israel at the time, because Saul wanted to put David to death unjustly, because the Lord was no longer dealing with Saul. So therefore, the Lord basically put the spirit on Jonathan to basically conspire against Saul to protect David. Now, I'm going to pull up this clip real quick. This is, alright, I'm just going to read some of this bullshit that they got up right here. The word would, okay. Let's see. The word which means become large in this passage is gadol in the original Hebrew. The same word used elsewhere in the Hebrew scriptures to refer to King Solomon being greater than all other kings. Some theologians interpret gadol in this verse as indicating David had an erection. So you know this fucking demon right here, Shakka, basically just jumped all over that, because basically, you know, these scholars, they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about when it concerns the scriptures. So pretty much, I'm gonna go ahead first. I'm gonna read that verse, 1 Samuel 20 and 14. I'm gonna pull this back up. All right. This is 1 Samuel 20 and 41. And as soon as the lad was gone, David arose out of a place toward the south and fell on his face to the ground and bowed himself 3 times, and they kissed one another and wept with one another, and David exceeded. Now, the Hebrew word there is gadol. Now, here's the definition that they put. To grow, become great or important, promote, make powerful, praise, magnify, do great things. Now, further on in the lexicon, this is what they put. Alright. This is now in 1 Samuel 20 and 41, they both wept until David wept most violently. Right, because pretty much it was already a situation where, you already know the scenario where Saul wanted to kill David. And pretty much it was, a scenario that basically, they wept, and, David became exceedingly emotional. Not this bullshit right here as far as David getting hard or some bullshit like that. Now, I didn't really watch the rest of this fucking madness that, Shakka put out. Really ain't shit, Just for edification reasons, I just wanted to kind of go into this little subject. So, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 12. I'll start at 11. Finally, brethren, farewell, be perfect, be of good comfort, be of one mind, live in peace, and the power of love and peace shall be with you. greet one another with a holy kiss. Now, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the word holy real quick. It says most holy thing. So I mean nothing of wickedness can be holy. So, as far as, them weeping together and them and they kiss each other, that was nothing wicked or violent concerning that. All right, and the Greek word for kiss is I'll let the player say it.
Strong's G 5370. Philema. Philema.
It says philema, which means a kiss, the kiss with which, as a sign of fraternal affection, Christians were accustomed to welcome or dismiss their companions in the faith. Now, when you look at that word fraternal, let's find out what it means. Of or befitting a brother or brothers, meaning brotherly. So, like, the Akim has the brotherhood. So, in that particular, in this particular scripture in 2 Corinthians 13 and 12, pretty much it doesn't necessarily mean, talking about greeting mouth to mouth or lip to lip. Like, for instance, definition was talking about greeting someone that is of the faith, because, as far as being in this truth, we're not going to bid any niggas Godspeed, somebody that's not of the faith, So pretty much that could go with a salute. So it ain't talking about necessarily meeting lip to lip as far as a greeting. It doesn't have to really go to that route, So I'm really not going to drag this lesson out for too much longer, but, let's see. Bear with me for this one. Alright, so the next point I guess I'm going to go into here's a couple of scriptures where, you see the same word for a kiss, and other scriptures, This also shows up in Luke chapter 7 verse 45, and this is Yahushua speaking. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman, since the time I came in, hath not ceased to kiss my feet. So, we're going to go into that one real quick. I'm going to start at verse 44. And he turned to the woman and said unto Simon, Seest thou this woman? I entered into thy house. Thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she washed my feet with tears and wiped them with the hairs of her head. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman, since the time I came in, have not ceased to kiss my feet. Now, I'm going to look up the word here. As you can see, the kiss, that Yahushua was referring to, the kiss, as far as, a brotherly salute, But the kiss here, when the woman had anointed his feet with oil and used her hair to anoint his feet, it says kata filio, which means to kiss much, kiss again, and kiss tenderly. Which moves me to basically my next point, that even the disciples had met Paul and fell on his neck and kissed him. So pretty much, I mean, you're starting to see that basically, like, you know, pretty much, it wasn't an uncommon thing to greet someone one with a kiss back in biblical times. You know. All right, so I'm gonna go back to this article real quick. This says number 4, kissing in our culture. There are still some cultures where kissing is practiced as it was in the Bible. Example: affection between Turkish men even today is not homosexual but open. For better or worse, it is not that way in 21st century America. Some families kiss as a gesture of affection. Not all do this. Some friends do, but only close female friends, never male friends. It will communicate flirtatious or homosexual overture. Pretty much, that's how you would basically base Shakka Ahmose's frame of mind when he thinks of, or whenever he comes across, certain scriptures like this in the scriptures. Officials and citizens it will not communicate honor or merciful governance. Never as a gesture of greeting between those who are only familiar with each other. To kiss a person who is not family or a close friend will be seen as a romantic advance, thus neither holy nor with love. So, pretty much, like, for instance, Jonathan would be considered a close friend of David, you know. All right, so when you examine that, as far as the scriptures is concerned, going back to that definition, the kiss with which, as a sign of fraternal affection, Christians were accustomed to welcome or dismiss their companions in the faith. The word fraternal, of or befitting a brother or brothers, brotherly. Yeah, I think that pretty much draws a conclusion. I mean, it really ain't too much more that needs to really be said, concerning this whole topic, you know. But hope that was edifying, and basically, I just wanted to kind of answer this bullshit video that basically Shakka Ahmose had recently put out. So, basically, I'm gonna get to the last point. Basically, is he's adding to the scripture. So this is Proverbs 30:6. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. As you can see, Shakka Ahmose is found a liar. Basically trying to just adding to the scriptures what basically he's trying to basically justify that bullshit Egyptology. This is Proverbs chapter 17 verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord. So this man will be soon to be kissing missiles very soon, because basically he wants to justify that whole practice of Egyptology, which pretty much promotes homosexuality and all types of deviant behaviors, but wants to basically condemn the truth. And the Lord is going to put this man to death anyway. So with that, that was just a short lesson. Hope it was edifying to some of you brothers. That shalom.